I am H.C. Gera, Bureau Chief of the Voice of Chandigarh and the Voice of Canada. With me is Mr. Naresh Rawal. He is the Vice President Sales, World Cruise. This is really a very fabulous moment that the inaugural session was done over here, and I enjoyed it also. Mr. Naresh Rawal, welcome to the Voice of Chandigarh and the Voice of Canada.
Thank you, Mr. Gera.
My first question will be, what are your expectations from this launch of this new World Cruise, which was earlier known as the Genting Cruise?
Because as Resorts World Cruises, we've always been thinking about offering various reasons and for our guests to keep coming back and cruising with Resorts World Cruises. So while they have been patronizing our services with the Genting Dream X Singapore, so we thought it's time to get a ship in the Arabian Gulf, which always has been very close to our heart, because whether it's Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Oman or Qatar. So with the amount of flight connectivity which is available to get into these regions, or the compelling reason to be there, which is either shopping, entertainment, partying or visiting families and friends. So we decided to have Resorts World 1 home ported in Dubai starting the 18th of October and offering 3 nights and 2 nights cruises over the entire itinerary.
Mr. Rawal, you talked about some visa over there. In Oman, perhaps there is no visa requirement, there is no need. But in Dubai, we want to embark this world cruise. The visa will be required. What is the normal process of the visa to get it and embark in the cruise?
So the process remains the same to apply for a UAE visa.
Okay. For
the itineraries which go into the 2 ports of Oman or in Qatar, you would need a multiple entry UAE visa to finish that itinerary. And for the itinerary on a Friday which goes into Sarbaniyas Island, a single entry UAE visa is good enough because you're not leaving the UAE. So the process remains the same, and the convenience of getting a visa for the UAE is very simple and very smooth.
Everywhere when someone embarks the cruise, he expects that particularly about the Indians, that there should be Indian food available all the time. And in one of the statement you have said that there will be fusion of Indian and the Arabian food also. Please elaborate this point so that our viewers can understand what is this fusion about.
Okay, so whether it's the availability of Indian food, as Resorts World Cruises, our USP or our commitment to our guests is it's the availability of the Indian vegetarian, Jain or the Indian non-vegetarian that's available. It's also the availability of the international cuisine. So whether it's the Western, the Chinese, but when you are in the Arabian Gulf, you cannot forget the Arabic food. So whether it's the Turkish food or the Lebanese food. So you would get that. The fusion that we spoke about is, say for example, on a pizza. You have Arabian pizzas available. You have the Indian masala pizzas available.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have mentioned a lot about the halal meat also, because we are going to start this cruise in the Gulf of Arabian, the Gulf of Oman also in the times to come. How does it hold the importance that halal meat will be there? Will it attract more Muslims to that point of view?
So the ship is home ported in Dubai.
Okay.
So the target segment is the people, whether it's the citizens or the expats staying in the UAE or the entire Arabic region.
Right.
So for them, respecting the local culture and the dietary requirements, it was a call that we took that we will make the ship only serve halal friendly meats, and there will be no pork on board. So it's the convenience and the respecting the local environment.
Yes, I know. The CEO of the port at Oman, CEO of the port in, say, the Arabian Gulf also, they have highlighted that they are very delighted to know that the world cruise is going to be started over here. And when such things happen, as a vice president says, how do you feel about it?
So obviously it's very encouraging for us, talking to the various tourism boards, whether it's the Department of Economy and Tourism in Dubai, the Tourism Board of Abu Dhabi, Oman or Qatar for that matter. So all these tourism boards have been very, very appreciative of the efforts taken, and they're all looking forward for us to have our deployment there.
Surely this will improve the economy of the country as well. As per your one of the press release, I have seen that about 150,000 Indians are expected to embark this cruise also. Really, is it the true figure, or you are expecting that so much number is there?
So there is a huge market available in India for cruising, and cruising is only exponentially growing year on year. So with 76 calls from Dubai, the target segment is the Indians flying from India into there and cruising. It's also the local expat community staying in the UAE which we will target.
Right. My one of the question always remains not properly answered, and that is so many environmentalists has raised the issue of the zero emission of the ships, and of course the cruise lines also. What steps are really being taken to check the zero emission, that this environment pollution is totally checked in the true sense of it?
There are a lot of efforts happening, and the Marine Department is working towards a lot of enhancements and ensuring that the sustainability is maintained. So whether it's from the environmental point of view of using of plastic, so we are working towards developing concepts where the use of plastic is minimized to whatever extent it can be. The simple example being is the refilling of water in the cabins. Yeah.
So in future we can expect that we'll be working more on zero emissions of these ships and the cruise lines. Thank you so much, Mr. Naresh Rawal, for being with us, the Voice of Chandigarh and the Voice of Canada. Our best wishes, sir.
Thank you so much.